The man had just taken a bite of cake when a hair pricked his mouth. To ease the nausea, he hurriedly picked up his cup, but after taking a sip, a metallic taste filled his mouth. He assumed it was a kitchen mishap, only to be told this was the village's unique way of confessing love. Moreover, only those approved by the elders were worthy of receiving this honor. Seeing his girlfriend busy preparing for the competition, he headed to the agreed-upon room. He thought it was just a minor detour on his journey. Little did he know this place would utterly destroy everything he had. It turned out that a year earlier, Jack had already wanted to end his relationship with his girlfriend, but because he didn't want to finish his doctoral thesis, he used that as an excuse to delay it until now. He was chatting with his friends when a waiter suddenly approached. Seeing the waiter's suggestive gaze, Jack finally changed his mind. Before he could speak, his phone rang. The moment he answered, wails erupted from the other end. Gina's sister and parents had passed away. By the time Jack arrived, the police had already secured the scene. Seeing his girlfriend devastated, he suppressed his desire to break up and comforted Gina instead. What he hadn't anticipated was Gina unexpectedly agreeing to accompany him to the party. Jack was extremely reluctant, yet he couldn't find a reason to refuse. But what he hadn't anticipated was that shortly after the party began, Billy brought up the midsummer festival celebrations, even mentioning the specific time and location. Seeing his vacation plans exposed, Jack hurriedly changed the subject. But Gina wasn't stupid. She knew Jack was hiding something from her. As the mood soured, Jack could only take Gina away. He'd planned to return home and argue, and use it as an excuse to break up. But to his surprise, Gina wasn't angry. Instead, she kept trying to please him. Feeling his girlfriend's change, Jack abandoned his breakup plans. The next day, he announced to everyone he'd be taking Gina to the festival. Yet Jack never dreamed that from the moment Gina stepped into the party, they'd fallen into Billy's trap. As soon as he and Mark entered the inner room, Billy steered the conversation toward the hometown festival. He even pulled out his phone to share photos of his hometown. Seeing Gina completely let down her guard, he immediately shifted topics, quickly building rapport between them. Guided by Billy, they trekked for 4 hours before the car finally stopped, but they were still far from Hakka village. The rest of the journey required them to walk. The people milling about were Hakka village youths and friends or classmates drawn by reputation. Billy then introduced his friends. After brief pleasantries, John pulled out a packet, learning it would get them high. Mark instantly became excited and immediately suggested they indulge right away. Gina was extremely reluctant, but to avoid dampening Jack's spirits, she ultimately chose to compromise. Yet she underestimated the drug's potency. Shortly after ingesting it, they all felt a powerful surge of energy. Gina, experiencing it for the first time, witnessed an utterly astonishing scene.